a lot of people ain't gonna believe a word I'm gonna say, and I want you guys to come to this video with an open mind. Just try this shit out and keep doing it until you eventually see it happening to yourself. If you haven't heard about astral projection or astral travel or OBEs or whatever it is, out of body experience, if you haven't heard or experienced this before, it's gonna seem like imaginary hocus pocus bullshit. But the thing is, I've done this myself, and before I actually did it, it took me around 1 to 2 years of just trying it, but in the back of my head thinking that it's not possible, and everyone else on YouTube and like what I'm seeing is just bullshit, and you know, I had that doubt in my head, just thinking, yeah, it's not real. What I realized is, once I started believing that it's possible, it happened. An out of body experience is that you make your body fall asleep and you keep your mind awake. And when you do that, somehow using different methods, just leave your body and experience different dimensions, different worlds, and all this random shit. Whatever you want to call it, it just confirms to you that there's way more than what we're living in now, and that's it. And there's a lot of people I've been seeing that they start talking about mad stuff about how the world is. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, I'm here to tell you how to actually do it, alright? So I'm going to start from this. When I was a kid, when you do this, you're gonna have memories of you doing this when you're younger, and you probably didn't realize it. Ever since I came across this information and I tried doing it for myself, I've done it twice, multiple occasions where I've been so close to do it and it just didn't happen. As soon as I did this, I've realized I've been doing this a lot of the times when I was a kid. Like, for example, when you go and sleep and everything in the room starts to have like a green tint, and you can start looking at the clothes hanging on your door and it starts turning into a monster, or you start fucking changing the way it's behaved. Like, you start moving things with your mind, start making it fall over and start doing weird shit and like turning it into like weird creatures, like that kind of imagination. If you've done that as a kid before, when you're sleeping and you start to change everything around you, that was a form of out of body experience, but you didn't really leave the position you're in on the bed. You left the body, but you were still in the same, you were still lying down and you're just moving everything around your fucking room. They call that the etheric realm. I don't know what it really is, but it's basically the place where you create your own imagination. So when you have sleep paralysis, you see demons, you see like everything negative you start thinking, that's because you're creating that reality in that realm. You're going, oh yeah, cool, there's a fucking demon in my room, I can feel it coming to me. But most of the time it probably is just like a friendly being or something just trying to help you out and trying to guide you coming out your body. I've had situations where when I was a youth, I woke up in my house and I see like everything was like really dark, and I'll go into a room, one of my siblings' rooms, and then they weren't really there, but there'll be this little fucking puppet with a long chin, and he's got like a noddy hat, you know, that fucking TV show, and he's running in, he's bare small, he's running in with like a fucking, like a demonic like cheeky laugh and that, and he's bare strong. Like, no matter what I do, he will just, I'll fight him all the I've had multiple occasions I've met this thing, and I fought him so many times and I can never beat him. And this is when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I'm just constantly like going to sleep, waking up, getting out my body and just like fighting this little fucking puppet creature, fucking demonic long chin prick, and I don't even know what it is. He kept coming to me and I kept trying to fight him, and I think on one occasion I finally beat him. I don't know what it was, but after that last occasion I never saw it again. But it happened literally 7 to 8 times in my childhood. I forgot about those memories until recently when I actually practiced this and I actually left my body, and it was the second time, but it was the most successful time that it happened. And then all these memories just started coming back from when I was doing all this shit when I was a kid, and now everything's like piecing together, making sense to me. So I feel like I'm qualified enough to make a video just to show you that it's possible and you can try it too. Simple. I've attempted this a lot of times, trying to use them, guided meditation, astral projection, guided meditations, and like binaural beats and all them shit. But it's only got me to the point where I felt the vibrations and stuff. So this is basically the stages. Like, I'll go through it step by step. Yeah, the first stage is you make your body fall asleep. by just keeping your brain awake while your body is sleeping. You just don't do nothing, you stay still. You start feeling tingling, you start watching yourself fall asleep, and then you'll start hearing yourself snore. It's weird. I've done it before a couple times, but when you hear yourself snore, you kind of have to not stay aware of it, because once you stay aware of you snoring, you kind of snap in and wake up, like, because you just realizing what's going on. You snap into like being awake again. But yeah, whatever. When you get to that point, you'll start hearing like a buzzing noise, like a high-pitched buzzing noise. It could be humming, it could be buzzing, it could be hissing, it could be static noises, it could be whatever it is. Everyone's different, but these vibrational noises will come, and what you have to do is just let it happen, let it ride out, and once it settles and finishes, that means like you are ready to just cut. Like you've entered a different place, you can cut. And after that point, after the vibrations are finished, all you have to do is just roll out like you would in real life, like the same feelings that you're just gonna hit the floor. Like just roll out and hit the floor on purpose. Just hit the floor. Or some people climb out by pulling on an imaginary rope on the ceiling, or they do like, there's a lot of like different ways you can research or whatever, but just find a way to jump out of the body as soon as those vibrations are done. Get out of the room once you're in that state as fast as possible. The second you look back and you see yourself sleeping, you're gonna start to get worried, you're gonna start to get scared, you're gonna start to whatever, and then you just snap back in. Like there's a little force that pulls you straight into your body. If you leave the body with like the fear of like the unknown or the fear of whatever it is, if you have fear, you will be stuck straight back in. You can induce it that way yourself, or you can find yourself in a state of sleep paralysis where you can't move and you start like feeling something's on you, something's coming towards you, like you start feeling there's other things in the room. You have to lose the fear of anything negative. More time, it's just people on the other side just trying to help you, like pull yourself out, or they're trying to guide you. But your own, like I said, it's in that realm, as you were as a kid, that etheric realm, you're gonna start to think, oh, it's a demon, it's this and that. Your mind will start playing tricks on you, start thinking it's negative, and you'll start like pulling yourself out and trying to abort the whole mission. When you get into shit like this, you have to have no fear. You have to do the whole mental preparation of just like letting go of whatever you think is holding you back from doing this. You can induce it like that by just playing a long game or making your body fall asleep, or you get into sleep paralysis, which I think is the easiest way. That's the gateway. Like you literally just, it's a hit and miss. You never know when you're gonna get it. But if for the people that have it constantly, sleep paralysis, you kind of been lied to your whole self, and you've probably sit there your whole life being scared. Like in that, every time you have that state of sleep paralysis, you can literally leave and cut. That's the point where you can cut. It's the most easiest position to be in when you're trying to do this whole astral projection shit. Yeah, you can wake yourself up in your dream. You can have a lucid dream. You know, you just like lucid dreams. I don't know if I made a video on lucid dreaming before, but have like a daily reminder, like a bracelet or like a watch, or like something that you throughout the day you look at and you remind yourself, okay, am I dreaming, am I dreaming? And as soon as you're in the dream, that pattern that you created in your head, eventually you'll look and do the same thing in the dream, and then it'll make you realize that you're actually dreaming, and then you wake up in a dream. An astral projection method, and you fall into a lucid dream, and then you wake up in a lucid dream, and then you leave your body from the lucid dream state. Like you wake up back in your body and cut. So you can wake up in a lucid dream and then tell yourself, okay, I'm dreaming, and then kind of start to direct your thoughts in the way of, okay, I want to leave my body, kind of thing, and it will take you back to like the room you're in, whatever. Like you wake up in bed, but you're basically still sleeping. It could be sleep paralysis, whatever it is. I can't explain it, but I've done it before. And then you cut from that state. So you wake up in a lucid dream. You try and do astral. You try and direct your thoughts of leaving your body in that dream, and you wake up in your body, being able to leave the body instantly, like it's so fast. The most effective way I've done in the past is, after I sleep, say I wake up at 6 AM, 7 AM, you know, I go to the toilet or whatever, I'll come back, I'll go back to sleep. It has to be quick though. Some people say you gotta fucking wake yourself up and be 10 minutes, go to the toilet, go eat something. No, just you do whatever. Like make sure you're awake when you go back to sleep. It could be a space of 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Keep having the intention of just trying to leave your body, and you'll just see how fast this happens. It's so weird. Like, it just happens so fast that you just snap out of it and you wake up in whatever you want to call it, and you're out of the fucking body straight away. And I don't even need to like roll out or slip out, whatever. I literally just get the fuck up and I can see myself sleeping, and I'm like, cool. I want to explain like what really happened the first time and then what really happened the second time. So the first time, I've been trying to do this for like 2 years, and I just kept going and kept going, and it wasn't working. I kept getting the vibrations, and as soon as the vibrations happened, like I kept waking up as normal, like I couldn't leave the body, like it just wouldn't happen. But I kept feeling like I'm about to cut, it never happened. The first time I tried it, I wasn't trying. I literally just fell asleep. I woke up, it was like 7 AM or 6 AM, and then I just went back to sleep with the intention. Like I didn't even think about it properly. I literally just went to sleep, and then boom, I was like, cool, I want to leave my body, and then fell asleep. And then I kind of stayed awake at the same time, but I didn't even try this time. I just didn't try it, and it just happened. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was dawn. But when I woke up when I woke up out of my body, it was dark. It was pitch black. And then I look at my body. I'm sleeping. I can see my mouth open, everything. I'm like, what the fuck? I can see my daughter in bed. I can see everything. I go outside of my yard and I see like some fat guy just fucking throwing something at my window and just screaming like I don't know what he's talking about. And then I ended up just talking to him, and then I woke up. That was the first time. I was so confused. I was expected to see some like aliens or some random shit, or like some fucking demons or angels or whatever the fuck people are seeing when they do this astral projection shit. But I genuinely just left my body, went outside, it was pitch black, and I just saw some guy with half his fucking belly popping out his shirt, and he's just like throwing things at my window and trying shit. I still don't know what to make of this, but that's basically what happened the first time. The second time, it's a year apart. So the first time it happened, and then between then and literally a couple weeks ago is a year apart. In between that year, I still couldn't make it happen. Recently, which kind of led me to make this video, because like, I know it's real. I know it's 100% fact that this shit is real, and nobody can say whatever. All these scientist pricks, they can say whatever they want. I'm telling you guys, do this until you see it and believe it. It's that simple. You don't throw it, don't knock it off. Just believe it until it becomes a real thing that you've experienced. Simple. Whatever, yeah, I left my body, and then I didn't really want to look. I looked back, but I didn't really look at my face. And then I saw the door was closed, so I pushed. For some reason, I just knew, and I pushed my head through the door, and I ended up going through the door. And then I went through my front door, and I ended up pushing my head through the door, and then I went through the door. It's that simple. I don't know how. I just knew, but it just happened. So I kept bumping into a lot of people, and I kept like speaking to a lot of people, seeing a lot of people. I had a thought of like, let me try go somewhere, and I went to LA, and I ended up seeing a whole group of people that felt like they're my friends, and they kept like showing me like places that say, oh, this is where you're gonna stay, blah blah blah. Like I just kept seeing like I had never seen these people before, but they felt very familiar. Like I felt like they were my friends or some shit like that, or family, whatever it was. I just kept chilling with a bunch of random people in LA and doing whatever the fuck happened. I've never been to LA in my life. I've never been to America in my life, but it felt real. It felt like it was America. It literally felt, it genuinely felt like I visited the place, and everything was real. Like it didn't feel like a dream. It felt real. Like I could feel everything like it's real life, even more dense in real life. It's a weird thing to explain. When I came back, I knew 100% that that was not a fucking dream. I left my body, I went to LA, I did whatever the fuck I did, and then I came back. And I can't explain it. The second time I felt like it was normal. The first time I was crazy about it. I was gassed through the whole day. I was thinking, yeah, I finally did it, blah blah. But the second time it just felt right. Like I felt normal. Like it didn't really get to me that much. I just like, cool, I did it again, simple. But whatever, I want you guys to do your research on this shit, figure out how to do it for yourself. Everyone's different. Everyone's gonna find different patterns, different methods to try and get their way out of this. You are either going to experience this when you die, or you're gonna experience this before you die. It's literally two certain things. It's going to confirm to you that the energy that you have does not die. You literally carry on. And when you're in that fucking other world or other dimension or whatever you want to call it, you bring everything about you with yourself. Like you don't change at all. if anything, you feel happier, you feel more love, you feel more at peace. Like everything just feels like you have nothing to worry about, no stress, nothing. That's how it feels. I've said my piece about this. I want you guys to try, just try it. And if it takes you a year, it takes you 2 years, if it takes you a couple months, it takes you a week, it takes you a day, it does not fucking matter. Try, do this shit, get to it, and don't stop until what happens, alright? And don't force it too much, because it won't actually happen. You have to have the intention, let go, and just let it happen. Be comfortable of like failing at it. Whenever you attempt it, just be comfortable with not doing it. When you start to let go, you start to realize, cool, it's actually been so easy to slip out. After you've done all of this stuff, you will see that the memories of your childhood will come back. The memories of past dreams will come back. Like so many different things will start to like pop up, and you're like, wow, what? I don't remember that. How do I remember that now? Whatever. You'll start to see a lot of stuff that are gonna start waking you up to what's been going on the whole time. Whatever's going on, there was so much more to what we're living in now. It's that simple. I can't even bear the thought of like, they really think this is it. That they think they're gonna die and nothing happens. They're just dead. Try this shit out for yourself, do your research, and don't fucking give up. It took me 2 years to actually try and induce this stuff, alright? Please like, subscribe, comment below anything that you need helping out on, and I'll make a video about it. I'll see you man in a bit.
She just told me that look like Broccoli in a jar. I just smoke me a blunt, I can go see the star. Know this girl, she's so bad, she really got a farm. I got niggas, they with me stepping on demand. And he asked why I live this life, cause it's fun. Yeah, go get a CBR. Got the kit straight from France.